Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to Book It. So today we are moving right along with the second book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which is Good Girl, Bad Blood. But it also goes into our spooky month. I just fell. I was sitting on my foot. I just fell. So yes, I was very hesitant but excited to start this book. Sorry, my finger is out of the cast. Because I had done some light research on it and people said this was deemed like the worst book in the trilogy. Not that it was poorly written, but more that it was just less interesting than the other two. And while I had not read the last one or the novella by the time I was reading this one, I was still interested in the series. But the book follows a missing person named Jamie Reynolds, a local boy who goes missing, and his brother and mother come to Pip and they're like, hey, they heard the podcast of how she solved a murder, and they're like, can you help find Jamie? You can use this on season 2 of your podcast. So she does do season 2 of her podcast. Ravi is still with her, and many of the characters from the first book make a return. Some are more prominent than others. Others are kind of just in passing. But for the most part, it's mostly the exact same characters as the first book with a couple new added ones. We still have the trial from the previous book going on with Max and the drug problem and all the girls that he was drugging at parties. There's also an underlying story about some guy that was murdered years prior that ended up being a scapegoat, but he was trying to escape from his past. But he ends up paying the price anyway. Basically, this entire book kind of just follows this disappearance, which honestly kind of fell flat for me, which I understand why people don't like it as much as the other ones because it did fall flat. But I will say the big things that you take away from this is that Max was found not guilty of the trial, and Pip gets really pissed about this, which understandable. He was not really a great guy, so I mean I would be mad too if somebody got off that easily. I was really hoping that this book would be better than the last one. I was aware that people prefer the last book of the series, which is the As Good as Dead, the last one, but I liked the first one a lot, and this one just kind of fell flat, and that makes me really sad because I really wanted to like the entire series as a whole. But this one, I feel like I just kind of was pushing myself to get through it just so I could read the last one. So honestly, not the worst book I've ever read, but also definitely not the best book that I've read. Just fell flat. I gave this book a 3 out of 5 because honestly, it wasn't there. The writing was great because I feel like Holly Jackson does a great job talking in her books, and she does a great job of character development and plot and scene building, story building. I just couldn't get into it, and I understand that it was season 2, but I don't know. But yeah, that's it for this video. It's very short. The novella is going to be an even shorter one when I go over it, but I just, kind of fell flat. If you could skip the second book, that'd be great, but there's a lot of stuff that happens in the second book that you kind of need for the third one. But yeah, that's it for this. We're still moving right along with Spooky Month, which is 30 days or 31 days, 31 books. Moving right along. Make sure you like and subscribe. It helps me out so much more you can possibly think. Also, follow me on Goodreads down below because Goodreads is where I update everything that's going on, and you can actually see what I'm currently working on, and then also what is coming up and down the pipeline. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye!